welcome to the show. It's another week, isn't it? It's a Tuesday. What is it, March? Yep. Jesus, you're allowed to answer me if I ask a question. All right, you
Yes,
sticking to.
March.
Oh, thank you. Boom, March. St. Patty's Day coming up. Get ready to drink green beer and have green bagels. Enjoy that, Irish people.
You know what I did one St. Patty's Day?
Oh, I didn't say you could tell stories before I introduce you. You could just respond, okay?
All right, go ahead.
Jesus. All right. Hey, Daniel Ehrenberg over here. I'm recording myself. Logan's over there recording himself. Logan B. Adair, the co-host of the franchise. And listen, I'm watching you, Twitter. All right? I might not be on you, but I'm watching you. If you're complaining, keep it to yourself. Logan!
Hear that car horn? That was great. That was perfectly timed. Can I tell you my St. Patrick's Day story? It's not even that good. I don't know why I'm bringing it up again.
Tell me.
I was like 12 years old. It was St. Patrick's Day. I was hanging out with a girl. She was like, "Hey, we're gonna dye our hair green." I was like, "That's pretty stupid, but you're pretty cute. I'll do it also." And then I did it, and I got home, and my mom was very upset with me because I guess that's terrible to dye your hair green. Anyway,
when you're in like junior high school, you'll just do anything to I used to let girls like paint my nails constantly, like put makeup on me. Like I thought that was gonna get them to make out with me, but they were just bored in class. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I would have joined the musical if there was a cute girl in the musical.
I did.
That was why you were in it.
I mean, that was why I kept doing it. Like, so what happened was, so we're all right. Welcome to the franchise. Whatever. We're covering High School Musical and High School Musical 2 this week. 23-year-old Alabama Logan's choices, and it's an interesting franchise actually, worth covering because it's one of the only franchises I can think of that started on television and expanded to theaters. Has that ever happened?
Started on television, expanded to theaters. Well, you would know more than me.
Like, usually, I feel like usually the trajectory is the first 2 or 3 movies come out in the theaters, right? And then no one gives a shit anymore, so they start putting them on television. Sadly, it's sort of started to happen to Star Wars in recent years.
Well, it happened with Tremors, right?
It for sure happened with Tremors, yeah. And, they released like, 1.5 in theaters, basically, and then started putting them out in video. So High School Musical, like, they aired the first 2 on the fucking Disney Channel, and they just did really well. So they were like, I guess if we put this third one out in the theaters, we could probably make some money.
Well, can I tell you something? They did the first one on Disney Channel, and then that was huge. And then the second one they did, I think this is all just like from what I remember. I think they did the second one on Disney Channel, and then also on ABC. And the second one was like the biggest, like the highest viewed TV movie of all time for a long. It may still be.
I think it aired on ABC. I kind of remember this during the writer's strike when like they didn't have anything to air.
Maybe 2007.
So like yeah. So ABC is owned by Disney, and they were just like, fuck it, we'll put High School Musical 2 on, promote the shit out of it. Maybe some people will watch it. I feel like people did.
Everyone did. Yeah, it was huge. They even.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see Miley Cyrus in it?
I didn't notice her.
You didn't? Okay. Well, this is like a huge thing at the time. They were like, which
I saw on the cast list. I was very excited for Miley, but I didn't catch her in the film.
You look at the cast before you watch the movie?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I want to see if there's anyone with small roles that I should look out for.
But why not watch the movie and then you'd be, because I wouldn't want to know, like, oh, if
what's the
Chad's
problem?
Not in this movie, I would want to find that out. Maybe that's a spoiler.
Listen, if it's a new movie, I don't look. All right, because it's not like a cameo is going to be surprising in a new movie. But I'm not going to sit here and like be like, oh my god, it's Miley Cyrus 15 years ago. Like that's not going to be like shocking to me. So I want to at least catch it if it's gonna happen, but I didn't anyway.
Yeah, you blink and you miss it. Even if you know, you barely see it. She's in it. It's really 2 seconds. But there was like a vote at the time that was like, which Disney star should be in the next High School Musical movie?
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah.
So who were the other? What was it? Raven?
It might. To be honest, it might not have been Disney star. It might have been which Hannah Montana.
Shia LaBeouf?
No, it might have been which star from Hannah Montana. That's what it might have been.
So who was in Hannah Montana? That
Emily
annoying
Osment.
kid with no genitals.
What?
Emily Osment. What? The friend.
Oliver?
I don't know. The friend who like always wanted to fuck Miley but never
Mitchell
had the
Musso?
balls to do anything about it. Yeah, fuck that kid.
All right, Emily Osment.
Yeah.
Billy Ray
Oh,
Cyrus.
Billy Ray! Yeah, see, that would be my vote, Billy Ray.
Yeah.
I would love to be watching a High School Musical movie and halfway through, like, they go, like, grab a Shirley Temple at the bar or something because these kids are fucking nerds. And Billy Ray's there.
And the bar's called
Here you
the
go,
Old Town
son.
Road.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, it probably would have been called Achy Breaky Bar.
Oh yeah, yep, that's right. Yep. They actually
Pretty good.
in around this time, Zach and Cody was on. You never watched that?
They had a sweet life. I know of that. And they were played by those twins that played Ross's son on Friends. And now one of them's Jughead.
And they were in Big Daddy, right? They were the kid in Big Daddy.
Yeah, they're the kid in Big Daddy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they peed on that wall.
Ashley Tisdale was on that show. Do you remember that at all?
Only from looking her up for the purposes of this podcast.
Yeah, what did you look up for the purposes of this podcast?
Oh, fuck off. I looked up her career, man. I mean, in the last 20 years, all I've looked up from her is, like, pictures of her from before her nose job. But, you know, for this, I actually did some research.
This is still pre-nose job?
Yeah, Tisdale does nothing for me post nose job. But you know what? I feel like she's turned herself into, like, a pretty good sitcom actress.
What's she doing?
I don't know. I feel like nothing she does survives, but every couple years they try her out in a sitcom.
Emily Osment.
I feel like I've watched a few of them.
I feel like I see commercials.
Not so much
with her.
sitcoms, but maybe she's on a sitcom now. But I watched her on this crazy show where, like, this girl finds out that her dad, who's a famous gynecologist, has been impregnating all his patients with his own cum.
What the hell?
It was a real show, and they tried to make it all lighthearted. Like, now all the siblings are gonna meet up and learn about each other. But I never got past, like, wow, that's a really fucked up thing. Like, he probably raped, like, hundreds of women. I mean, not, like, with his dick, but, you know, in other ways.
Did you see the movie The Delivery Guy?
Yeah, I never saw it, but I know what you mean. Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
And he has, like, 100 different kids, and that's a true story.
Oh, is it?
That movie is based on a true story.
It really happened to Vince Vaughn, right?
This is like yeah, it happened to Vince Vaughn. He has 100 kids. Like, this is like a thing that apparently happens in the world. Like, just
often?
Fucking, I don't know. At least, apparently it's in the zeitgeist. People are making movies about it. This comes out, it aired on the Disney Channel January 20th, 2006. Not an auspicious debut. Like, it's airing in the middle of January. Like, no one could give a shit about this thing. But, like, did you watch it?
Yep, I watched it. Well,
Did you watch it when it aired?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm 7 years old at the time, but I have a sister that is 7 years older than me, so she's 14. So this is perfect. And I'm like into basketball. I have two brothers. We're like Steve Nash is like the greatest player ever. We love Steve Nash. This is made for us.
All right, yeah. I great. So but it's in Utah. What basketball team do you think they were rooting for in Utah?
The Jazz play in Utah.
Oh, well, that's right. I forgot Utah has that's weird. It's always weird to me that they have a sports franchise.
But 2006, I don't think the Jazz are doing anything in 2006.
Yeah. You know, Malone and Stockton, both their legacies have not aged well, right?
Nope.
Isn't that fucked up? Like, what, Malone? Isn't he like a rapist or
Yep.
something? Yeah. So the mailman he delivered something without notification, and and John Stockton recently got kicked out of somewhere for like refusing to wear a mask, right?
Yep. He's not gonna wear a mask, John Stockton.
Oh, the Jazz.
Yeah.
Delightful. Okay. So January 2006, you're watching. You're loving every second of it.
Hmm.
You're a little horny for Vanessa Hudgens, I assume.
A little.
And whatever. And okay, so it's a hit. It They had a budget of $4.2 million, which is pretty high. Do you know why they even made this?
What do you mean?
I read the Wikipedia page, and the Wikipedia page claims that like a year prior to High School Musical, Even Stevens had done a musical episode,
Okay.
and it it did a higher rating than most episodes of Even Stevens. You know,
Yeah.
so they were like, "Let's try this again." So then, That's So Raven did a musical episode. Do you remember any of this?
No.
I wonder if any of the songs sounded like "That's So Raven."
I mean, there's an episode of That's So Raven where she's like trying to get picked for a show called Star Search, I think is what it is, where she's like, it's like an American Idol thing, but like for like teens trying to be discovered. Is it that
Well,
maybe?
Star Search was American Idol before American Idol.
Oh well, I'm just stupid, I guess. But that was an episode of That's
well,
So
you're just
Raven.
young. All right. Well, so Even Stevens and That's So Raven both did musical episodes. They were very successful. So then the Disney Channel programming people were like, "Well, fuck it. Let's just do a DCOM, straight up musical based." All right. So they hired Kenny Ortega and this fellow Peter Barsocchini. Okay. Now Peter Barsocchini, he like wrote the basically the dialogue, all right, and the story.
Mhm.
And he's a really weird choice. I have no idea how he got this job. His only previous credits were as a writer on the Merv Griffin show in the 80s, and he fucking wrote the amazing Wesley Snipes skydiving movie Drop Zone in the 90s.
Wow, I haven't seen that, but that sounds pretty cool.
Well, we'll cover it on the new Patreon episode. And twins, because right around the same time there was a competing skydiving movie with Charlie Sheen called Terminal Velocity.
You're see no, I'm thinking of Vertical Limit. Never mind.
Oh, that's a hell of a movie.
That is a cool movie.
You know what the problem with Vertical Limit is? It's like a good script and a good movie and whatever, but the cast is like just the 12th choice.
Is it Robin? Is Robin in that?
Yeah, he's the lead. Come on, you can't put out a movie with that dude as your lead.
Yeah, that movie starts fucking cool. They're like, it's like a guy and a girl with their dad, and they have to like kill their dad, right?
I think I like any movie that's like altitude based. Anything that's like jumping out of planes or climbing cliffs.
Did you see Everest?
No, maybe I should.
Who's in that? I feel like that's somebody you don't like, right?
Maybe that's why.
Is JGL in that? Oh no, he's in the Walking on the Wire movie.
Skip that shit. That's on the documentary. All right, so this fella Peter Barsocchini, he did this. All right, he wrote it. But the more important name, I think, is this fella Kenny Ortega,
Right.
who they hired to like direct the thing and choreograph all the shit, because he is a very famous choreographer. He was around. I mean, do you know? I should have like done some research, but like that's what he was known for before becoming a director.
Right. Yeah, yeah. And he did like he did stuff with Michael Jackson, right? He did the This Is It movie.
Yeah. I mean,
well, I know he also he did Hocus Pocus, right? That's like his other movie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot that he had like a little movie career. He had like tried to get a movie career off the ground in like the late 80s, early 90s. He did Newsies and Hocus Pocus. And then like both those movies are considered kind of classics today, but neither one of them were successful at the time.
Right.
And so his directing career kind of died out after that. He went back to choreography. And High School Musical is really what resurrected his career. He was doing a little TV. He directed actually my very favorite episode of Gilmore Girls.
Really?
Yeah, the dance marathon episode,
Hmm.
incredible. But High School Musical like gave him a
Is
career,
he in
and
that
he's
because
and
there's a big dance number? Is that why he was picked for that one?
probably yeah. I think that was the first episode of the show he directed, and then like they kept him on as a director because that went really well. Yeah, um, and but you know he's kept that directing career going for a while now. But like he's done a lot of work for the Disney Channel. He did all those Descendants movies.
Yeah. Well, can I tell you, there was also this isn't the first musical on the Disney Channel. They already had the Cheetah Girls at this point. That was like 2003, 2004.
Yeah, but that's not really a musical. Like all the
I guess
music in
so.
Cheat isn't that like all the music's
They're like
diegetic, right?
they're
Because
they're like a
a
pop
group.
group together.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
This is the first Disney Channel original movie where it's like normal people breaking out into song randomly and not acknowledging it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But this isn't their first music based. But also, this is like a little like I know you probably haven't seen Eddie's $1,000,000 Cook-Off. Have you heard of that though?
No.
All right, what's about this guy Eddie, who is a baseball player, but he loves cooking, and he wants to enter a cooking competition.
Is it Eddie Rosario?
Who's that?
He's a famous baseball player.
No, it's just some kid named Eddie. But I think Bobby Flay, is that a chef? I think he's in this movie. But anyway, this kid wants to be a chef, but his dad's like, nah, cooking. You're either gay or a woman. That's basically his stance. and Eddie's like scared to tell anybody, but he loves cooking and he enters this It's basically this movie kind of. That's what this is most like.
Is it like Eddie Huang?
No.
Because there's a famous chef named Eddie Huang. That's what that show Fresh Off the Boat is about.
No, not Eddie Huang. I don't know what this
is. Well, all right. Let's talk about the High School Musical.
Yeah.
It did real well. 7.7 million viewers just on the first airing, and so then they just kept airing the shit out of it. Put it out on DVD. Huge hit. I think it was their biggest hit to that point, the Disney Channel, and it was beat by, of course, the sequel by a lot.
Oh yeah.
I do have some nominations, Logan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure. We normally deal with theatrical releases, but this aired on television, so this film was nominated for some Emmys.
Oh.
Yeah. How about what's the Emmys theme? All right, everybody knows the Emmys theme. So let's talk about it. It was mostly nominated for the creative arts Emmys, like the very specific categories. So nominated for best casting in a miniseries or movie, Logan.
Mm-hmm.
But it of course lost to the BBC miniseries Elizabeth I, starring Helen Mirren.
Yeah, did she deserve it?
Best casting? I don't know. Listen, BBC. Helen Mirren as Queen Elizabeth, that's a little on the nose if you ask me. Maybe it's more impressive to find this whole cast of newcomers, many of whom became big stars. All right, this was also nominated for Best Children's Program, and it actually won, Logan. It won Best Children's Program, but it tied with a special which was entitled I Have Tourette's, but Tourette's doesn't have me.
Wow.
I think that's an inspiring message.
Yeah, who's in that?
Some girl with Tourette's. All right. It also won Best Choreography for Kenny Ortega. He won an Emmy for this. Took home a golden statuette.
Honestly, he deserves it.
Great. And he was also nominated for Best Directing. Okay? But he lost to Mr. Tom Hooper for that Elizabeth I miniseries, the fellow who directed The King's Speech.
Yeah? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Not The King's Speech, but the other one, the one that won.
No, I have not seen that. It's like 5 hours long, and it's about Queen Elizabeth. I'm not interested.
I bet Henry's would be into that.
Yeah, you'd fucking love that shit. And I'll tell you what, 2 songs from this movie were nominated for Best Music and Lyrics?
Can I guess?
Yeah,
Breaking Free
that's one of them. You're right.
and Bop to the Top.
Nope.
Dang it. We're all in this together?
No.
What the hell?
No, it's easily the funniest song in the movie.
Stick to the status quo?
No.
What the hell? Get your head in the game?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Get your head in the game. Shoot a shot. Get a rebound. Take a jump shot.
Inbounds play to the post.
Get a 3-pointer. That's so good, bro.
Jeez. And then when they all have a basketball and they're all bouncing it in unison, that was good.
Take a foul shot. Take another foul shot. A third foul shot.
Larry
It's
Bird.
a technical foul. All right, it lost. Unfortunately, both those songs lost. I'm so sorry to say this, to a Mad TV song. All right, a song from the show Mad TV. I did not even know Mad TV was still on in 2006. I'm sort of horrified to report that it was. Here's the song. It's Snow White singing this. It's someone dressed as Snow White. Can you believe this beat Get Your Head in the Game?
Yes. Breaking Free is better than Get Your Head in the Game.
Nothing's better than Get Your Head in the Game. The two best songs in High School Musical, I'll tell you right now, are Get Your Head in the Game, all right? And that one where Sharpay is being very culturally insensitive. That mariachi one where they're like, ay, 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 ay!
That's Bop to the Top.
Oh, that's Bop to the Top. All right, yeah, those two.
Yeah. Are we counting High School Musical 2 or just High School Musical?
Just the first one, yeah.
Okay. No, Breaking Free is the best song in High School Musical.
It's not as good as Break Free by Ariana Grande.
Come on.
It's true.
Vanessa Hudgens has a better voice than Ariana Grande. I got news for
No
you.
way. Get out
maybe,
of town.
Maybe not 16-year-old Vanessa Hudgens, but
Never.
now Vanessa
Never. No way. Are you kidding me? You're telling me that Vanessa Hudgens in the Princess Switch is better than like fucking Dangerous Woman?
no, but I'm telling you, Vanessa Hudgens in Tick Tick Boom is better than.
Oh, fuck
Ariana
off with your
Grande.
AIDS movie. All right.
Yeah, she's good in that movie though.
She's not good. I disagree. She's not. I can tell you she's not good in that
She's
movie.
in that because she can sing and she
I
can
can
sing.
I can
She's-
simply tell you she's not good in that because she's not good as an actor. She's a bad actor.
Okay, can I tell you what her role is? She's just a person in the play. She's fine in the movie and she can sing. She's good in the movie.
All right. I did see her in Grease Live when that aired on Fox or whatever.
Oh,
And
I thought you went to that. That would've been cool.
No. I watched the live performance on Fox, and she played Rizzo, and I thought she was pretty good. So maybe
Is good.
Maybe maybe this is what she should be doing, like High School Musicals, like actual High School Musicals.
No, she is good. Did you remember her COVID take, right?
Oh my God, yeah, I do. What was it?
It was death is inevitable. We should all just go get it or something like that.
Yeah. That was like early days COVID, right? Like March
Very
or
early.
April of 2020. Yeah. Well, I mean, she's a fucking moron, right? Vanessa Hudgens. I
Right.
remember like when Spring Breakers came out, like they interviewed all those girls, and I think like all those girls understood like this is satire about like excess and shit. Vanessa Hudgens just seemed like she was making like an action movie.
Yeah, she seems excited, Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah. Okay. Teen Choice Awards.
It's the Teen Choice Award.
This film was nominated for some of those.
Oh yeah.
And you could add that in post.
Mhm.
It won for Best TV Comedy.
TV comedy. Okay.
Now, here's the thing. The Teen Choice Awards, they did not have a Best TV Movie category at the time. So they gave High School Musical TV Comedy. I noticed by the time High School Musical 2 had come out the very next year, they created best TV movie category. I think specifically so High School Musical 2 could win it.
Whoa, it's like when The Dark Knight didn't get nominated for Best Picture, so they made 10 nominations the next year.
Right, it's exactly like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Zac Efron won Breakout TV Star.
Deservedly so, honestly.
Well, I mean, he's more of a movie star these days, right?
Yeah, but this was his
He turned into
breakout.
much, I guess. All right. So Vanessa Hudgens was also nominated in that category. Do you think there was any friction in their real life relationship over him winning that surfboard?
No, definitely not. They did date after this, didn't they?
They
Well-
dated for many years. I asked Madison, our great top 5 listener in the Discord, and she said that they dated for a bunch of years. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that being a thing. They were cute. I rooted for them. Sadly, didn't make it.
Yeah. I think that's responsible for why I thought Zac Efron was dumb for a really long time.
Why? You're that anti Vanessa Hudgens that you think Zach was dumb for being with her?
I think so. Yeah. There's something about Zac Efron too. Like he looks like he's got dead eyes,
What?
but
He has beautiful
Yeah,
eyes,
like-
Zac Efron.
no, I know. In photographs though, they look like dead eyes. This is a thing that happens to certain people. Like I think Kristen Bell is a really good actress, but in photographs, I think she looks like she's got dead eyes.
That's interesting. By the way, we talked about The Greatest Showman with Zendaya, but Zac Efron is in that, and he has a few singing numbers with Hugh Jackman. Well, he has one with Zendaya, one with Hugh Jackman. Zac Efron's good in that movie too.
I always liked Zac Efron now. I've liked him in pretty much everything I've watched him in. But
Yeah, I think that started with Neighbors. I feel like people saw Neighbors and went, oh, this guy's funny.
Jump Street. It was
Zac
before
Efron's
Neighbors.
not in Jump Street.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Zac Efron?
Isn't he in Jump Street?
You're thinking of Channing Tatum.
No. I mean, I know Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill are the leads of Jump Street, but isn't Zac Efron like one of the bros in that school?
You're
or something?
thinking of Dave Franco,
I think I am thinking. Of
and he
Dave
is in
Franco.
Neighbors with Zac Efron. They're
Oh
they're pals
man,
in
that
the
is
movie.
totally what's happening in my brain.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I
you
don't like
solved it.
Dave Franco in that. I'm not a Dave Franco guy. You like Dave Franco?
I am a Dave Franco guy, and it was only confirmed by his great performance in the After Party, now streaming on Apple Plus.
And he is with Alison Brie. That's his other achievement.
I know, you gotta give him that, right?
Yeah, he'll always have that. Well, maybe not always, but he has that for now.
Yeah, and she's a Jew, so he's a friend to the Jews.
Yeah, he's better
Yeah.
than his brother, I guess. Right? I guess we like him more than his brother now.
Well, we have to, right? We're by
Obligated
law,
to say
by
that. We're
law.
paid to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Disaster Artist is good though.
Are we still allowed to say that?
I think so.
I think Dave is great in it. Oh, you know what? No, I'm thinking of Zac Efron again. Zac Efron's in that.
Oh, he's Denny, right?
No, he plays Chris R, like the dude who's like holds him.
Oh, he like robs
the
them.
gun. Yeah, give me my
Oh, yeah, he is.
fucking money. Yeah,
He is
All
funny
right.
in that. You're right.
yeah. All right, so not only did he beat Vanessa Hudgens for breakout TV star Logan, but he beat Haley Duff for Seventh Heaven, and more importantly, Miley, the god herself, Cyrus,
Wow.
for Hannah Montana. All right,
What was the category again?
that was breakout TV star. All right, and
Okay.
Efron and Hudgens together they won Choice Chemistry. All right.
Okay.
And they beat such chemistry as the cast of Grey's Anatomy and the entourage from Entourage.
Holy shit! Grey's Anatomy is on at this point. That's insane. That's still going.
Yeah. Well, this was season 1, right? Grey's premiered like it was a mid-season replacement in 2005, I think. Because the 2004-2005 season at the time, like network TV was considered to be like dying. And then that season, it was in the same season, Grey's Anatomy, Desperate Housewives, Lost, and The Office. And that sort of like turned things around for network TV for a few years.
You think Tisdale and Lucas Grabeel should have been nominated for the chemistry category.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would 100% take them over fucking these scrubs.
Who?
These
Hudgens and
boars.
Efron?
Yeah.
Well, it's weird in this first one, right? Because they don't kiss in this first one. They're not a. Is it? I think it's because she's underage. I think that might be what it is.
It's
I
just
think.
such a chaste movie, man. It's a movie for babies.
What do you mean, babies?
I, I
what
mean, like
age is
tweens
babies?
or something. Like there's, it's so unsexy. Like it's amazing. Like in the second movie, Ashley Tisdale shows up pretty early in like a bathing suit,
Right.
and I was like, it's like the first time we've seen like any skin whatsoever. I feel like in the first movie, everyone just wearing like sweaters and jeans the whole movie.
But it is high school.
No, I know. I'm not trying. I'm not saying it should be any other way. But I just think like it's a movie that is not trying to be remotely salacious whatsoever. It is trying, like, they want this to be okay for 7-year-olds to watch.
Right. Well, I'm 7. I loved it at the time. But
Yeah.
then whenever the second one comes out and I'm 9, I'm also loving it at the time when Ashley. Well, in the second one, it's also she's trying to seduce Troy, right? That's like the whole thing in the second movie. So she's trying to be sexy.
Yeah, Tisdale's trying to steal him from Hudgens.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So
Oh, we forgot to mention, by the way, it's completely slipped my brain that there was a Sharpay movie. So we're gonna be doing that next week too.
yeah, she has a fabulous adventure, evidently.
Yeah, she
And
does.
so I feel as though we should watch that.
Yeah, so we'll do 3, The Fabulous Adventure, and High School Musical, the show.
For fuck's sake. All right, so the film starts on New Year's Eve, Logan. And I noted that because it's January 20th when it aired, so New Year's was still very fresh. And the same thing sort of happened, like the High School Musical 2, they aired it during the summer. And the whole thing's about summer vacay. Yeah. Disney Channel, paying attention.
Well, the third one, we'll see what
Scheduling
happens.
right.
Yeah,
we'll see
they're
what
doing a good job.
All right. So so Hudgens and Efron are away with their families in like Colorado or something.
Yeah,
And
somewhere snowy.
somewhere snowy. I don't know why I assumed Colorado. I think I assumed they were both like Richies from California, so they were like in Aspen or something.
They are, but they live in New Mexico, right?
Oh, that's right. They live in Albuquerque. Is High School
Right.
Musical the second most famous thing to take place in Albuquerque after Breaking Bad?
See, you say second, but I would argue first.
Okay. All right. So they're shunted off to this teen party from, their parents want to go like do coke and shit. And so they're sent to this teen party, and it's just like a bunch of wallflowers hanging out in this like wood paneled room and shit. And they're doing karaoke. Nobody's volunteering for it. So this DJ guy gets up and he's like, "Hey, woo! Let's just bring up some randos to perform a rando song. That's something that happens in the world." And so that's what he does.
Are you saying it doesn't? You saying that never happens at any bar ever? They never pull up two randos?
That they pull up two strangers to sing a duet together of a song that they didn't choose?
Mm-hmm.
You think that has ever happened in a bar in the world?
Ever one time? Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think so. I would argue that it's never one time happened.
I guess when there's a system in place where you choose a song, I guess that's the forever system, right? I guess it doesn't break that system a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
All right.
I've never been to like a karaoke thing. That seems fun to me. I would do that.
Down in Alabama, do you think they're all just doing square dances and shit?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I guess that's what they.
Do you
There's
think
a great.
You should go to a bar and do Achy Breaky Heart. I bet you get laid.
No, there's a great square dancing scene in Hannah Montana the movie though. Great one. That I wish there was a sequel to that. We could watch that one.
No. Hannah Montana, as a Miley super fan, I've watched my fair share of Hannah Montana. Well, not my fair share, but a couple episodes. And they're so bad they're the worst of all the Disney shit I've ever seen. Like I've seen random pieces of That's So Raven, Sweet Life, all that shit. The worst is fucking Hannah Montana.
Why?
It's
You don't
such
like her
a trash.
friends?
They're all just yelling. They're just yelling the lines at the top of their lungs at each other.
What are you talking about? Hannah Montana is one of the better shows on Disney Channel. I think people love Hannah Montana. Well, maybe I don't know. My favorite was Zach and Cody, but I love Wizards of Waverly Place. That's a great show. You ever watch that
Oh
show?
God,
That's a
yeah, a
great
little
show.
bit. I feel like that was the one people at the time would say, like, if there's one that people should watch, it's that one. But like, you can't. It's just like the special effects are bad. It's just another version of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which aired when I was young and sucked then.
No, Selena Gomez is very funny in that show. You know Selena Gomez more like a singer, I think, but Selena Gomez was great on Wizards of Waverly Place. She was very funny. She's a great comedic actress, Selena.
Listen, I watched Only Murders in the Building. I know that she's funny. All right,
Yeah,
but
I
that's
wish she
not.
did more acting.
I think she is now. I think that's where it's going.
Well, I think she took a break for a little while. I think she was like going. I think Justin Bieber broke her heart, right?
Yeah,
Like, took a
well,
break
you
for a
know,
while.
she couldn't keep her hands off herself, so she had to take a break from
I think
acting.
it's to
She's just
herself.
touching herself all the time.
No, I think she had a problem touching other people. She had to
Oh,
keep
is
the
that
hands
what
to
was going on?
herself.
Oh, I thought it
Yeah.
was I can't keep my hands off myself.
No, can't keep my hands to myself.
Oh, to myself. Yeah, that's right.
And then she says,
I mean, I could, but why would I want to?
Yeah.
because she doesn't want to.
So is that what she was doing? She was just like slutting it up for a few years, and then Steve Martin called her. She was like, "All right, I'll act again."
Well, doesn't she have a song with Charlie Puth?
What's that?
Gee,
Here's the songs of hers that I know. That one. Are you ready? Come and get it. Nah, 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 nah.
That's all you know. Do you know the one where
Yeah.
she's like a year without rain? You know that one?
No.
Oh, I'm trying to look up this Selena.
I
Gomez,
hated when
Charlie
she had a
Puth.
band. Do you remember when she had a band called The Scene?
No, we don't talk. We
Yeah.
don't talk anymore with Charlie. We don't talk anymore. You know that one?
No, I don't. All right.
We don't talk
so,
anymore.
Why don't you shut your fucking face?
I should have been Troy Bolton. I could play basketball and sing.
Yeah, I know. Fucking Efron's not even singing in this one. You know, I asked about it. It's funny. Like, I texted you and Tim, like, hey, is Efron singing in this fucking thing? And Tim was like, it grosses me out that Efron doesn't sing in it because it's like the producers were just like, look at his cute little butt. Let's put him in the movie. But but then I was talking to Madison, who's like a High School Musical super fan, and she was telling me it's just because like all the songs were written before the first one, and like they were written for a different vocal range. And so then the second movie's songs were written for Zac Efron, so it's his voice in that one.
Yeah, I remember reading Zac Efron. It was like a big thing for him that he really wanted to sing in the second movie. That was like a big thing for him. Good for him. He got it.
All the reviews were like, "What? Who? Why is this fucking loser? Who's this untalented idiot?"
Oh,
And then he was like,
I mean-
well, "I want the cred."
you know, who's better, the singing in 1 or singing in 2?
The singing in 1, but like, if you're gonna star in a musical, do your own singing, motherfucker.
I'm sure he wanted to.
That always
They
bothered
wouldn't let
me.
him.
In the Buffy musical. No! I remember there was a thing where Sarah Michelle Gellar didn't want to do her own singing, but then when she read the script, like really important shit was happening in the episode, and she was like, "Well, I don't want other people to be performing like important character moments," so she decided to sing it.
But she didn't want to at first.
Yeah, she was like self-conscious about her voice.
Was she good?
Yeah, she was all right. Like not great, but like she did the job. I think
I'm sure
like,
most
I would
actors have the
prefer
ability to
having
sing.
her. I would prefer having her singing in that than for it to be dubbed by someone with like an amazing voice. I'm not that concerned about the quality of the voice.
Yeah, absolutely. You haven't seen Camp Rock, I assume, right?
What that was like when they were trying to make everything like High School Musical afterwards, and that one had Demi Lovato.
Right. But the thing I always liked more about Camp Rock than High School Musical is Demi Lovato's like a real singer. Like Demi Lovato is really good. And in that movie it's real like all right, all right, take one, we're going to take Demi Lovato just singing a song and Demi Lovato just sings the song. Like it's not all like backing track of her lip syncing, like it's real Demi Lovato singing stuff. That's why I always like that more. I feel like maybe you'd like that more.
Well, I do like rock, Logan. I prefer rock and roll to this musical tripe.
Come on, but you like this though.
Yeah, I liked it, on the level of what it is. Like I enjoyed watching it. I had fun watching it.
All right,
But
should we talk about
I'm not gonna sit here and like tell you like it's a good movie.
all right, should we talk about them individually?
Well, I thought that's what we were doing. I had been describing the plot of the first movie.
All right, what do you think about Troy's dad?
Fucking hell. Troy's dad? I don't even remember. What is he, the coach?
He's the coach of the basketball team and he's always pushing him and he hates that he's singing.
He's all right. Disney Channel has a tendency I don't like where they make and Nickelodeon has the same tendency. I think it's just like shit made for tweens around this era. All the adults are idiots. All the teens are smarter and more worldly than all the adults. And that's
Right.
simply not how it is in real life. Adults are smarter than teens who are very stupid. And so that always bothers me. And it's weird to think about High School Musical airing at the same time as something like The OC, which very cleverly cast the parents as smart, kind-hearted people who genuinely wanted to help their children. Whereas in this movie, I feel like they're just like worthless layabouts who like show up for plot reasons.
Right. I think the dad sucks in this movie. But even Darbus, the drama teacher, she gets like tricked at one point by Sharpay and Ryan. They trick her into making, I don't know if they trick her, but they convince her into putting the callbacks the same day as the basketball game and the Scholastic Decathlon. Like how does that make any sense for her to put the
It doesn't make any
callbacks that
sense
day?
for anything ever. It just both of these movies, it's incredibly easy to manipulate adults because they're brain dead. It's the same thing. The drama teacher in this one, while it's like a funny character with like some funny weird line deliveries, like she's an idiot. And the same with Troy's dad, and it's the same in the next movie with the dude who runs the resort or whatever. And whatever. I've been saying whatever a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is, you said it was very like Saved by the Belly, but it is, especially the scene where Zach is like sneaking around the high school and he's walking like sneaking around through his dad and around the guys. There's like a mechanic shop in this high school. Did you have a mechanic shop in your high school?
Yes. I took a class of it. It was technology
Maybe I went to
class.
a poor high school, but I didn't have a mechanic shop in my high school. But yeah,
That's
it's very
the thing,
Saved
man.
by
You
the
never
Belly.
saw that episode of South Park in the with the buzzsaw?
No, I was never a big South Park guy. I mean, we had like a workshop place, but not like a mechanic place with like car. They worked on cars.
Oh yeah, we didn't have cars. I've seen that in movies, and that's not a thing. Maybe it's a thing in California more.
Well, they're in Albuquerque.
Yeah, but it's Albuquerque, California.
Well, the second one's filmed in Utah, I think.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot about that. All right, so so it's the first day of class, and they go to class, and in the class is the whole class. Like, so there's like 30 people in this graduating class, and they travel in like a 30-person pack. They all go to the same classroom. They're the only people in the cafeteria. And then they all get jobs at the exact same resort. Apparently, that resort has 30 jobs to give out on the same day to appease one teenage customer with no money. Okay, so they go to class. The class consists of the teacher confiscating their phones and then assigning detention, and then the bell ringing, and then they leave class. And then it's the end of the school day. Great. They got through their one class. So it's basketball time for basketball practice. So Troy Troy is he really loved singing at New Year's, right?
Right.
With Vanessa Hudgens, Gabriella, who's also new to his school. And
This is the part that's like Grease, right? They meet
yeah.
each other like during the summer, and then they're like in the
it's
same
like
school.
winter loving, having a blast, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So at basketball practice, he's really concerned because he wants to sing with Vanessa Hudgens, who suggests that they sign up for the musical. But he doesn't want to
Well, she
tell
doesn't really
his
want to either.
basketball
She's like
buddies because
doing
they're
her
all
own
going to
thing.
think he's
She's like
gay.
focused on herself. She's like, this is my first year. I want to focus on me, right? But then they like sort of get into it together.
Yeah, they try to give her like a competing storyline with the basketball thing, but it's not given equal weight. Like we never spend as much time with her like academic decathlon squad as we do with his basketball team, the Wildcats.
Right. But everybody in this movie is evil. Right? They don't want their friend to be happy, and they're trying to prevent them from
I don't necessarily think it's an evil thing. I just think that
they're selfish.
well, they don't understand. You know, the world is a certain way. Everyone has to be in their roles. Nobody likes change. And so Troy, big man on campus basketball guy, he comes back from vacation. All of a sudden, he wants to do some gay shit like singing. You'd be concerned. All right. But you know what bothered me is then, like, right after he talks about being concerned about the basketball players seeing him singing, he sings a song with the basketball players about basketball. So do they not like singing or do they? I can't tell.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that either. Are they there for that? Is that a dream?
Are they singing in that moment? Because if so, Zac Efron, look at this. Seems like they're all right with it.
They're all making a beat with the basketball. At one point, they all have the basketball. They're all doing choreo. So I don't really understand it either.
Double dribble.
Zone is this whole movie a dream?
Play the man. All right. Sorry, I enjoyed that bit.
No, I loved it.
Great. So what happens next? Sharpay and Ryan, let's meet them. It's audition time for the play. And first we get a bunch of singular auditions, and those are just opportunities for some teen actors to do some bad improv comedy and pretend to be bad singers.
I like the guy that dances through it, though. That's funny. That always made me laugh.
And crashes into the
No, I don't like that he crashes, but that's funny to me that somebody dances through it.
So the one bit you like in that scene, you don't like the punchline of the bit, but you like the lead up.
Yes. I like that somebody dances through it, thinks that like they find the courage to dance through it just for them as like a personal victory. But then they crash. That's like too funny. They that's too much.
Okay. I like that take. All right, and so this is really where we first spend some good quality time with Sharpay and Ryan, who are clearly the breakout stars of the High School Musical franchise.
Right.
All right.
Well, Sharpay is.
To me,
I don't know if Ryan is the star you say he is, but I agree with you.
Listen, it's a problem that only Sharpay broke out from this, because this Ryan kid is spectacular. His name is Lucas Grabeel, this actor, and I knew him. I recognized him from shit. So I used to watch this show, Switched at Birth. You ever watch it?
Nope.
Okay. So these two teens, one a rich these two babies are switched at birth, all right?
Whoa! From the title, I didn't think that would be.
fuck off. And so one of them, who was supposed to be in a rich family, ends up in a poor family, and she's deaf. And then the person from the poor family ends up with the rich family. Rough go of it. So then they meet each other like as teenagers and start spending time with like the families that they thought they were going to be a part of. And Lucas Grabeel plays the brother of the rich family. And we were always doing subplots with that character involving his band. And I was always like, why the fuck do I give a shit about this? Like, this is an incidental character. I'm just caring about the Switched at Birthers. I don't want to know what happens to her brother's band. But now watching High School Musical, I realize it was just an excuse to get Lucas Grabeel to sing sometimes.
Oh, he sang. Was he good?
Yes, he was, but all the songs were serious, which is a problem. And he was like not a comedic character. And to me, the best part about these movies is the goofy, broad comedy of Sharpay and Ryan.
Does that character in Switched at Birth, does that come into play at all? Does it like all wrap around and make sense?
No, that character, he's a regular on the show because he's one of their brothers. But like his storylines were always like a little off to the side.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I know him, of course, from these, but then he also was in a Halloween Town movie. You ever see those movies?
No.
Oh, he's
no,
in,
that predates this, right?
yes, but not his. I think he made one after this. He was in a sequel.
Oh,
Maybe it was before
interesting.
this.
It's funny, like some of them just took off from Disney right after this, but a few of them were like, "Let me ride this out for a while."
Well, you say some of them. Only two of them. Like
Well-
even Tisdale didn't do too much. Corbin Blue didn't do too much. The only real ones that ever did anything was Efron and Hudgens, right?
I guess you're right. Yeah, Tisdale.
She did a movie,
that-
Aliens in the Attic. That's a fun movie, actually. I
Oh
remember her in
yeah.
that.
No, but what's the other one?
Tisdale?
No, Jump In. Corbin Blue did that
Yeah.
movie Jump In right after this, which was kind of a hit at the time.
But that's just like a Disney Channel thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's like sixth build in this movie. So Disney was like, "You want to star in a movie?" He's going to say yes.
Yeah, absolutely. But he is not a good actor.
No, he's very poor. He was cast for
Yeah.
his look, which is, catching. I get you.
Yeah, sure. But he is not good. Especially in the second movie where it's like, all right, now you're like brooding.
Oh
Then
my
you're
god.
like-
Yeah, he's a little whining. Oh my god. The scene where the worst scene in the whole second movie is when Zac Efron sends back a sandwich to him.
yeah. He wanted
he's
Swiss,
like-
right?
Yeah, he's like, "Fucking this. Hey, I just saw someone out there who resembles Troy Bolton, but it wasn't Troy Bolton."
That's not my friend out there. Now pass me the rock, Zeke. That's another
Nice.
friend.
All right, so now the next song in the movie, is about how everyone in the school likes to do some weird shit, and it's okay. That's
Yeah.
the status quo.
Well, it's not okay.
Hey, ho, yo, better stick to the stuff you know. Hey, I can sing that off the top of my head the next day. It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, that was pretty good, yeah. Did you like we talked about No Strings Attached? We got an Ashton Kutcher reference. They're like, at one point they're like, "Are we being punked? Where's Ashton?" Did you like that reference?
I don't think I noticed that one.
Oh my god. Yeah, we get a few there's like a LeBron shout out in both of these movies. So there you go.
Yeah, there's
Shaq is
also,
mentioned.
I took note that in both movies, Tiger Woods is referenced.
Yeah, that's weird. That is weird. When did that stuff come out about Tiger Woods?
Later than this. But you know what else I noticed? In the Teen Choice Awards for 2007, when High School Musical 2 aired, Tiger Woods won the Teen Choice Award for favorite athlete over like LeBron James. Are you telling me that's not because he
Wow.
was referenced in High School Musical? I think it's a direct relation.
LeBron was mentioned too, though. But also, LeBron doesn't make a finals appearance until 2007. I think maybe
There you
that's
go.
when he blows
Yeah,
up.
that's when he blows up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure Tiger has some Masters victories at this point.
People are more into fucking Russell Westbrook at this point.
I saw you're upset about that.
Yeah, I'm not upset. It's just so lame. I hate when athletes complain about the fans. Like, fuck off. Fuck off forever.
Well, Russell Westbrook is very lame.
Yeah. All right. So what are the other people? There was like someone on the basketball team who wants to make a nice creme brulee.
Yeah, he likes baking. I actually like that guy Zeke. He doesn't do too much, but did you see the stinger? At the
I
end of
liked
this
at
movie?
the end of the movie when he offered people baked goods.
Well, did you see after the credits? There's like a mid-credit scene.
No, I actually missed it because Disney Channel is so quick to get you the next thing, Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean
they
Disney
do that.
Plus. Yeah.
Yeah. It's they're like in the gym after the basketball game. There's like balloons everywhere. Sharpay runs in and she tried some of Zeke's cookies and she wants him to bake a creme brulee for him or for her.
Amazing.
She's like into him. But then in the next movie, that's not a thing at all.
I think Sharpay's name being Sharpay is the most clever thing about High School Musical.
That's the most clever thing.
Yeah, I just think it's funny. It's smart.
Sharpay Evans is good too. The last name is good. It's a good combo.
It is.
And Sharpay and Ryan, that they work together really well. Maybe Ryan is famous. Maybe people do remember Ryan. But I feel like people don't.
There is this ratchet ass family in my high school with like multiple siblings in the school named the Evans. It's kind of perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think of Elle Evans now from the Kissing Booth. That's all I think about.
Oh shit, man. Oh,
Yeah.
Joel.
Where was she?
Fuck
Joe,
it.
put Joey King in High
R.I.P.
School
single
Musical.
Joey King. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's sad.
Okay.
One day she'll be back on the market.
I know. All right. So he brings Vanessa Hudgens to this sort of secret hiding place.
Right on like a roof with flowers. or
Yeah.
something. I always liked that setting. I always wanted to hang out there.
How many girls do you think he's brought there?
I mean, how old is this guy?
Yeah.
Not too
But
many.
look at that. He's got that laid out. That's his move.
But I think this is just his hideout. This happens in a lot of movies. Everyone has in Friends with Benefits. She had a hideout on top of that building, and the new Spider-Man, they hang out on a building. Everyone hangs out on rooftops.
Pacey had one in Dawson's Creek too. And Mr. Miyagi had one in The Next Karate Kid.
Wait, in Dawson's Creek, I feel like they would hang out at the creek. They don't hang out at the creek?
No, the creek is just like in Dawson's backyard pretty much, you know, but like when they want to go like fuck somebody, when Pacey wants to bone his English teacher, he has to like take her to a special spot.
Oh, all right.
All right,
Everyone's got that, though. Their special spot.
for sure. I had a bench I used to take girls to.
A bench?
Yeah.
Or like in public?
It was a pretty bench, yeah.
All right. I like it.
All right. All right. So like everyone pretty much turns on a dime. Like once they realize like Troy's into singing and Gabriella's into singing, like the academic decathlon team and the basketball team just both decide like, well, I guess we'll just support our friends, right? There's no drama.
Well, I mean, they try and stop them at first. The boys, they like, dude, they come up with a plan. They're like, we're gonna lure Troy in. We're gonna show him all the pictures of all the past greats of East High, and we're gonna tell him that we have to do this. We have to win the championship. And then he's like, Gabriella means nothing to me, and they like live stream it to Gabriella. and she
Right.
sees it.
That I hate. That's the worst scene in this movie. The worst scene in the second movie is the sandwich, and the worst scene in this movie is the live stream.
Yeah. How are they live streaming like 2006? These high schoolers. How do they figure that out? By the way?
Through like newgrounds.com.
Yeah, I don't know how any of that worked, but I was impressed by that.
Yeah, they get some good flash on those computers.
Yeah, but that's like the down point, and like they don't want to do the callbacks now.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
then
know.
like once like all that's dealt with, like once they figure out the misunderstanding and all that, everyone's just fine. Like there's no bumps in the road. Then they're just like, great, you can do both. You know what really bothered me about this movie?
I disagree. I just. What do you mean? There's like no conflict.
There's very
I mean, the
little
conflict is like he doesn't want to tell his friends. He doesn't want to tell his dad. That's the conflict. And then like they all find out and they're against him and don't want like that's the conflict.
Yeah, but
What
then
do you want? You want
they-
this to be
but then
longer?
they
You want this to be the
turn-
length of the second one?
They turn on a dime though. It's not like they fucking learn a lesson and they're like, "Oh, we should support him."
They do though. They see him sad and they realize like his
That's it.
happiness.
We don't want our
They-
friend to be sad.
But and they realize they're not working as a team. They're like, we're not being good teammates right now, bro.
Yeah,
We
get
gotta
your
be
head in the
better."
game.
Yeah, and they do, and they win, and that's why they win because they're good teammates.
They do
What are you
win.
talking about?
They win the championship, don't they?
Yes, great screenwriting.
The East, and they beat West. East High beats West High.
Did they really? Was it the West?
Yes,
team?
I swear to you.
That's
Oh,
hilarious.
So funny.
What about the scene where Troy shows up at her house and he's like, "Hey, Miss Montez, can I speak to Gabriella?" Gabriella's like, "No," but Troy's like, "I'm not gonna take no for an answer." So he goes upstairs to the balcony and then they like hang out. You like that scene?
I like
That's when they make up.
I like when the mom shares a meaningful glance with Vanessa Hudgens on the stairs.
Yo, yeah, but Vanessa Hudgens is like, no, tell him I'm gone. But then he's like, you're not gone. I'm gonna go upstairs find you.
Yeah, but the mom, you can tell that doesn't the mom answer the door?
Yeah.
You can tell that she likes Efron.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, she thinks Efron and Hudgens will be good together. Um,
Well, it is very sweet. He's very charming young man.
Hudgens is bad in this movie, but she's much more charming than in future movies. I feel like all of these actors got a lot of plastic surgery after this. None of them look the same. Like Vanessa Hudgens'
Really?
teeth are kind of messed up in this movie in like charming ways, and I feel like she doesn't have that anymore. And fucking Tisdale fixed her nose, and she looks like a mess now. And fucking, I hate it.
What did Efron do?
I don't know. He just got real built, you know.
Yeah, he did. Maybe he like made his jaw different.
Could be.
His face looks weird these days. He has like a box face. I feel like Zac Efron.
You're right. You're right,
Especially
man.
after like winning the Wild, he like lost his mind, didn't he? I mean, I don't want to say lost his mind, but Zac Efron, he like, what's he been doing? He like did a show in the Wild. He almost died at one point, didn't he?
What's that? I don't know.
It's like Zac Efron.
I feel like he
Man
hasn't
vs.
been in
Wild,
anything in a few
basically.
years, right?
Because that's what he's been doing. He's been off like growing a beard and riding horses and shit.
That's weird. Maybe he'll come back and do something interesting.
I hope so.
Some of these fucking pretty boys need some life experience.
That's what he's getting.
Yeah.
And he grew up, I'm sure, I'm sure his parents are very rich.
Yeah. So then, like, the end of the movie is auditions, and then and they get the parts, and the movie ends. So, what? This movie's called High School Musical.
Yeah.
I never would have predicted that there wouldn't be a High School Musical in the movie.
Right. It's the audition to see who would get in the musical.
The entire movie is the auditions. And so then I was like, well, I guess the second movie is going to be the play. Like, because that's where everything happens, right? When you're in high school, like I used to do the plays in high school. And all the eventful shit would happen in like the dress rehearsals and shit. That's where the dramatic stuff would go down. And so like that would be the setting I would think for Sharpay to try and steal Troy, not like a weird summer resort. Like that's the logical next movie. Do the High School Musical. But we don't. We like cut forward in time. We skip the High School Musical altogether. And then High School Musical 2 is about a talent show. So I've now sat through like 4 hours of High School Musical, and I have yet to see a second of a High School Musical.
Yeah, but then in High School Musical 2, everyone's legal. They're all hot. Summertime. That's the move for High School Musical 2.
They're all
Can I tell you something,
legal?
by the
Are
way?
you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Mm.
Can I tell you something? Aaron Rodgers just signed back with the Packers, $200 million for 4 years. Freaking so crazy.
Nah, the Packers will fail under him. He's dead as a QB.
Yeah. All right.
You don't have to worry about that. All right. So that's my take on High School Musical. What do you got? Do you have anything else to say?
I mean, yeah, you were very hard on this movie. You said there was no conflict.
But I enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it a 3.
By the way, at the very end, did you like the choreography after the game? There's like a good oneer where you see like all the people from the movie like congratulating each other and everyone's hugging. Did you like that, or did you notice it at all?
I did. I actually did notice that it was a oneer, Logan. Well done.
It was good too. It was like a long time. It was like he choreographed everything.
Very
pretty
long
well.
tracking shot. Yeah.
Yeah, and whenever Troy hands, we didn't talk about Kelsey at all. You like Kelsey, right?
Oh, she wrote the musical.
She's the pianist.
In this one, I thought she looked like a 10-year-old child. Like the whole time, like Tim was like thinking I was gonna have a crush on her, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And but like she didn't even like register to me as a woman in the first one. She was just a child. But like I thought she was like a cute character, like I'm the writer type, because like we didn't really get that. Like everyone in the whole movie is just like brains or jocks or like musical nerds,
Right.
So like she was at least someone a little different. And then in the second movie they like dress her up a little bit, and I think like dressed her like an adult. and she was cuter.
But in this one, they give her the basketball at the end of the game. They're like, "Way to go, playmaker," or whatever. They give her the ball, and then that's like the near the end of the tracking shot. But before they cut away, there's a woman, not a woman. She's like, I don't know. She's probably like Zac Efron's age, but she is continuously touching Zac Efron's dick, basically. But she's like touching his like back and his stomach and his like side. Go back and watch, not you, but like anyone listening, go back and watch like the end of that tracking shot. It's very weird. Like Zac Efron's getting molested by this woman. Very odd.
Great. You know what I would love actually, because I wondered, like, there's so few people we see in the school, and we never see any sort of alternative culture. And what I would love to make, or at least write, is like a Rosencrantz and Guildenstern's eye view of High School Musical, where it's like the same film, or like the events of all three films, maybe, but from the perspective of the stoners at East High.
The one that played the cello, that guy?
Was there a stoner that played the cello?
That was his
those were like
song.
Those were like the skater boys, I guess. Yeah, he was.
That's the same thing.
Do you have to wear a suit? Yeah, you wear a tuxedo. I'm like, no, you don't. You could you could be naked playing the cello. No one gives a shit.
I thought that was cool. I hope that guy succeeds with his celloing.
Yeah, me too. All right. You want to talk about the? Oh well, 3 stars. What do you give it? You're gonna give it 5.
Oh, you really? You give it 3 stars?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna give it 3 stars.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
Who's your MVP?
What's tough? You can't go Zac Efron. He doesn't sing in the movie. Can't go Vanessa Hudgens. She's not good in the movie. You can't go Ashley Tisdale. She cannot sing. I think it's Lucas Grabeel.
You know who he didn't mention who's not bad is her friend, Taylor.
No, she's not bad, but she doesn't really do too much.
Yeah. She's like Corbin Bleu. They were like, let's up the diversity quotient. Second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's good.
She is good. My MVP is Lucas Grabeel.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I like the thing he does with his hips.
He's incredible in the dancing.
He gets way into it.
He's so over the top in his dance moves, and it is special. I'm telling you, it is special. Like, I would recommend, like, even if you don't like kid shit, like, watch just their Sharpay and Ryan scenes. Watch the
Mari. You can find it all on YouTube.
Yeah, just YouTube the mariachi dance from this movie, and then the Hawaii Wuha in the second movie.
Oh my god, do not watch that.
Watch that! Those are the 2 best songs.
Are you joking?
I'm not!
That's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen this movie a lot.
I read that it was cut out of the original airing of High School Musical 2, and I was blown away because it's the highlight of the film.
Good, because I didn't. I mean, I've seen this a million times, and like a few times since it's been on Disney Plus. I've seen this a few times. That's one of the worst things I've ever seen. And they're like gargling water. It's just like in your ear.
You're dumb. It's mad good.
I'm not dumb. It's so stupid.
Okay, let's talk about the next movie. Our team's back, Ortega and Barsocchini.
That's why that this second one's so long, because like there's a scene where he's supposed to go to dinner with Gabriella, but then like he goes to that thing, and that takes up so much of the movie.
Yeah, well, it was cut out of the original. On the Disney Plus, it says that it's the extended edition of High School Musical 2, and apparently that just means it has that song.
Jesus Christ!
So I'm thankful I watched the extended.
But it's like a long extension. It's like 6 minutes of extended stuff.
Happy to watch it. All right, August 17th, 2007 is when this aired.
Yep.
They gave him $7 million to make it. Don't even worry about it. 17 million fucking viewers. Still the record for the Disney Channel. And at the time, it was even the #1 basic cable broadcast of all time. Yep. It's since been beat by shit like The Walking Dead and stuff. But like that was huge.
But what about for a TV movie? I think it was #1 for TV movies for a long time. It might still even be for the movies.
Maybe. I can't think of anything that was bigger.
Yeah, this was huge.
It was huge. It was everywhere. It was inescapable. Like, even in the culture, I feel like everybody knew the names of the main 4 people, or at least the names of the main 3.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. I was working at Barnes & Noble at the time. We had these DVDs. They sold like hotcakes. We even had a DVD that was maybe like them doing the songs live, if I remember
Interesting.
correctly.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't
At the
know.
end of, by the way, at the end of High School Musical, the first one, they have the song "We're All in This Together." Remember that? It's like all in the basketball court.
Yeah, they sing
There's
that
great-
9 Inch Nails song.
Is that a night? Okay, but there's great choreography on that song, and during Disney Channel, during like the commercials, they would play like they would come on during the commercials and be like, "Hey, this is how you do the dance," and they would like practice the dancing. So like 8-year-old me would be in front of the TV practicing how to do the "We're All in This Together" dance. What do
Man,
you think about that?
Disney Channel turning an entire generation of men into soy boys.
And by try to do the dance, I mean I crushed that shit every time.
Of course you did. Oh, all right. So huge release. All right. Nominated for some Emmys, just 2 of them. Best Children's Program, but it lost to something on HBO. Classical Baby Poetry Edition.
They have a kids thing on HBO.
There's a lot of kids shit on it. I think HBO has the rights to Sesame Street these days.
Yeah, I think you're right, but I mean they didn't when it started.
But they used to produce like sort of prestige shit. Like Classical Baby was like a series of DVDs that we had at Barnes and Noble that would only sell to like yuppies, like rich white people that were like, if we play classical music for our babies, then perhaps they'll grow up cultured.
Jeez.
Yeah, and that's what it was. And so this was poetry edition. I can only imagine they're playing like fucking Walt Whitman poems for their babies who don't give a shit.
Yeah, maybe they
No.
did. Maybe it actually helped. You don't know.
Maybe. I'm sure they're all smart now. Okay. Nominated for choreography, but this time they lost, Logan. Are you upset about that? They lost to the reality show So You Think You Can Dance.
I feel like there's not as much choreography in the second one as there is the first one.
Was that disappointing for you?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
They were in a pool. I like that.
Yeah. All right. So that was the Emmys. Now, Teen Choice. Let's see.
It's the teen choice award.
It won Best TV Movie, which was a new category.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Zac Efron won Best Male Hottie.
No way.
Yeah. So
Wow.
that's
Imagine
good.
Corbin Bleu is against him. He beats him out.
He wasn't nominated. Vanessa Hudgens was nominated for. Actually, she won Best
female hottie.
No, female breakout artist for her music.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
and
real
I'll-
music or music in this?
No, for her real music. And I'll tell you, I don't know if you think she deserves that, but one person that she beat out in that category for breakout artist was Amy Winehouse.
What? How?
Well, Vanessa Hudgens' music, I would think, is a lot more impressive to a teen.
Wait, what do you mean Amy Winehouse, a breakout artist? What does that mean?
That's what she was nominated for.
Was she a new artist in 2007?
Yeah.
Amy Winehouse?
Do you think Amy Winehouse is like from the 60s because like her music sounds like that?
I didn't think it was 2007.
Yeah, she was only around for like 2-3 years and then she died.
Oh, I thought it was like 2002 or something.
No, sorry. You're a young
Wow,
little babe.
very tragic. I had no idea. That's
Yeah.
that sad of a story.
So that was her whole life. She got beat by Vanessa Hudgens for a Teen Choice Award and then she died. So tragic stuff.
Yeah. Do you know? Does it say what song she won for, or it's just her
It's
total
just
career?
her discography, I would assume.
Wow, very impressive.
All right, and of course Tiger Woods won Best Male Athlete.
Still on top.
Yeah. So one thing I noticed early on in this movie is that the title is out of focus. What's up with that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they do that a lot actually. At the very end of the movie, during Every Day, the final song that they sing, when Vanessa Hudgens first comes out, she's out of focus. That happens a few times in this movie.
Get it together, Disney.
Yeah, that's rough. You got a bigger budget this time? Come on.
So at the beginning, there's lots of callbacks to weak jokes from the first one, like that one kid who's always asking the teacher, like, "How was your summer?"
Yeah, we barely see that guy. I think his name is Jason.
Yeah, Jason Cross. I noted that because there's a wrestler named
Jesus.
Jason Cross.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I like him though. He's pretty funny.
yeah, he's all right. Whatever. So, the plot of this one is Sharpay and Ryan, the breakout stars of the first one, are they every summer go to a resort with their family called Lava Springs.
Well, it's not just
Okay.
any resort. He owns the resort. They own the resort.
They own it?
Yes, it's their dad's country
Oh, I don't
club.
think I realized that. I think I just thought they were like the most valued customers there.
Oh no! And the guy that works there, that's why she
That
gets to
actually makes
boss
a
him
lot more
around.
sense. Fuck.
Yeah, that's why she gets to boss him around because she's the daughter of the owner.
Oh, wow. You explained the movie to me.
Yeah, that's why that guy's like the most sympathetic character because he wants to kill himself in every scene, but he has to just
You're
take
right.
it from this 18-year-old
So, in
girl.
many ways, High School Musical 2 is a little bit of a precursor to The White Lotus.
Yeah, a little bit like that, but they're in
Yeah.
Utah, not Hawaii.
Right.
Yeah, a little bit.
I love it.
He should have like shit in their luggage.
Yeah, yes. I forgot about that. All right. I love that it's a summer vacation movie. I really do appreciate that.
You just said you hated it. You wanted it to be about the High School Musical.
Well, I think there should be a High School Musical in these movies. It bothers me that there's not, but I'm attracted to. Listen, I think that high school shows should be attracted to like when drama happens in high school. That's why it always bothered me that high school shows on network television, because they aired from September to May, it would be about the school year, right? And then when it would come back for the next season, they tended to skip the summer months and like catch you up on like what happened. But to me, like nothing would fucking happen during the school year. You were like stuck going to school all the time.
But you do
and
get like
shit.
the Halloween episodes and Christmas episodes.
Yeah, of
shows.
course.
You'd rather have summer episodes?
My idea was there should have been, and I even wrote a spec script for this once years ago. I thought there should have been a high school drama that only took place during the summer vacations. Because for me, all the drama that happened in high school happened during the summer vacations. So you would have every season be from like June to September. And then at the end of the season, you would instead skip over the whole school year and catch up the next season what happened over the last 9 months.
I think that's what Big Brother's for. I think that's just why we watch Big Brother.
Well, that is why I started watching Big Brother. To me, Big Brother is like a summer thing, and I really like the summer aesthetic of it. So it's been weird watching the early seasons of Big Brother where like they don't really seem to give a shit that it's the summer.
Right. Yeah. Well, back in the day, it was more like, this is a job. I'm going to go play this game. Now it's like, we're going to go hang out and be hot and get screenshots for Instagram.
Yeah, and in some ways, I prefer that version.
Not me.
I know. Okay, so Sharpay gets Lava Springs to hire Troy, but when they offer him the job, he was like, I want everyone, all of my 30 friends to have jobs too. They can be your entire kitchen staff for some reason.
Yeah.
And because Sharpay told him to hire Troy at any cost, he agrees to this.
I don't think we said the LVP for the last movie. I'm going with the dad.
You know, you're right. We didn't say the LVP. I'll go with Hudgens.
I'm gonna play this.
I can't because of Breaking Free. That's too good. I'll go with
exactly.
Yeah, I'll go with the coach too. You're right.
Tell me if this plays. I'm gonna play this for you. This is a line that the dad says in the movie.
Where's my team, Darvis? What the heck are those two doing in a tree?
What were they doing in a tree? I don't remember.
It was during the tension. They're up like stapling prop stuff on the prop tree. He gets pissed off that they're up in the tree.
Yeah, I do remember that. Okay.
That was a great line.
All right, so everybody gets a job. That's great. There's going to be a talent show at the end of the summer at this resort. That's what everyone's talking about. It's sort of like Dirty Dancing in that way. And
Yeah.
so the staff, like all these 30 kids that they hired, they all want to like compete in the talent show. And, not for nothing, but I'm sort of with the resort on this one. Like, why are you letting your kitchen staff perform in the talent show? It should be for attendees.
Well, the resort, they always let the people that work there perform.
They say that,
Yeah, that's like a thing that they do. But then this year they don't want.
but we never meet anyone who works there other than these 30 kids.
Right. Well, I guess it's just like a previous summer thing. Everyone else is gone. They bring in these people for the summer. It's like rinse and repeat.
To me,
every summer.
it made total sense that Sharpay and Ryan would be allowed to perform. And if Sharpay wants to bring in Troy because it's up to her, her dad owns the place, that's fine. Like, I don't think Vanessa Hudgens and like Corbin Blue and shit have any right to be complaining about this. You're there to do a job of work. You go home at the end of the day.
Right. They should not be complaining.
Yeah, you're getting paid. All right?
Right. To hang out with a bunch of rich people that will probably like give you more money
This
too.
is
Maybe.
a summer high school job. You have no right to be demanding.
And you're hanging out with all your
crazy?
friends while you're doing it.
I remember when I was in high school and I was in a band and I was working at Blockbuster, and I once asked the store manager of Blockbuster if my band could play a show in the Blockbuster after hours. You know what she told me?
No.
Fuck no. Of course not.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You're an employee. Get used to it.
Yeah, but you're not Troy Bolton. That's the difference.
But I think, Troy's there for ulterior reasons, right? Sharpay is trying to fuck him. And you know what? He should just fuck her. Because Vanessa Hudgens is boring. And Sharpay is exciting. And he showed that he was at least attracted to Sharpay in the first movie. Because before he even knows Vanessa Hudgens is going to school and he's like considering auditioning for the play, he tells Corbin Blue, Sharpay's pretty cute, right? Did you notice that line? I did.
Yeah, I did notice that, but I don't think anything was going to come of that.
Listen,
Troy, I think Troy's like a normal guy. I don't think he wants anything to do with Sharpay.
He needs somebody to push him forward. Gabriella's too safe.
I mean, but
Sharpay will tell him, like, change your hair. Do something with your hair.
Troy just needs new friends because Troy's
And
there.
new hair.
You think so? You don't like his hair? I had that
hate
hair.
It's, oh my god, dude, it was the worst. That hair
Oh,
was
yeah.
a plague on this country.
Oh yeah. We all had that hair growing up. Yeah, it was pretty bad, but we did it. Troy, I forgot what I was saying. You completely sidetracked me.
I'm so sorry. He needs new friends.
Yeah, because even in this movie, when he's trying to like get a scholarship and like hang out with these other basketball players and like improve himself, they're all just like babies again.
They're all just following him around everywhere. Like, Troy needs to compartmentalize, like hang out with your basketball friends when it's time to be on the team. All right. When you're in your play, don't like invite your basketball friends to sing with you. Just like do the play and hang out with some of the stage nerds and like develop new interests and new friends. And then like go away to college and fucking forget those people ever exist, bro.
Yeah, he's combining too many things.
Yeah. Right? And that is such a weird impulse to be offered a job as a 16-year-old. And it'd be one thing to say, like, listen, I have a friend who's really trying to get a job. And like, we said that we'd work together. Is there any way you could hire my friend as well? But he says, can you hire my entire basketball team? That is a crazy thing to suggest to somebody.
Well, we don't even hear that. We see like a phone call where they offer him, and then like we don't see the end of the phone call, and then everyone is just there. So yeah.
But we hear the owner or the resort manager tell Sharpay how the conversation went.
Right. I wish we could have seen that though, because I would have wanted to see Troy like stand up for himself. I feel like we don't see that a lot.
Never. Even like when the resort manager like catches them doing anything wrong, his first impulse, he's such a fucking simp. He's always just like, oh, Gabrielle didn't do anything wrong. It's all my idea. It happens like 3 times.
What, she
When
should
the
throw her
fucking
under the bus?
Yeah, well, no, just be like, "Yo, I'm so sorry, we fucked up. We're out of here. We're leaving the pool area."
Right, he looks so scared. You can't look
Every
scared.
time he shows up anywhere, like, "Oh, it was my idea to hang out on the golf course and have a picnic. Please don't fire Gabriella."
Right, and then the pool situation too, where they're in the pool and he catches them. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
By the way, in the first movie, Troy has like a giant home. Did you notice that? They play basketball outside of his house, he and his dad, and his house is huge, right? Did you pick up on that?
I assume everyone in the movie is rich except for Gabriella, whose mother is a teacher.
Well, Troy's dad is the basketball coach. How much
Yeah,
money
but
you
we don't
making?
know what that mom does.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. We barely see the mom in either
She's
movie.
taking home the bacon. I think she's like a high-powered lawyer.
Yeah, maybe. But in the second movie, Troy and Gabriella are on that golf course, and Troy's like, "Man, my parents are having to count pennies." It's like, what? But sell that house. What are you doing? They have a giant house.
Everyone thinks that they're struggling. Even rich people, they're just wrong. At least once a day, I fantasize about murdering a rich guy.
What would you do after, though?
I would just strangle them. I would watch the life depart their body, and then I just walk away.
Oh, I thought it would be to like take their identity or something.
No, not at all. I just
Just
wanna
for the
watch
joy.
them die. Yeah,
That's
I just
not
want to
good.
watch somebody with money die.
Well, you can, I'm sure.
Is that okay?
No, probably not.
All right, let's move on then. So that Hawaiian song is great.
No, that's the worst song in either movie. In any of the movies, that song is terrible.
Oh, waka waka loo. So good.
Jeez.
So what else happens? There's a baseball song. It's sort of similar to the basketball song. Throw the ball. Slide
This one's
into
way
home.
better. No, this one's way better. Right? This is not that bad. It's called I Don't Dance. This is one of the great High School Musical songs.
Hit a home run.
No. It's not that bad. And like Ryan's like pitching the baseball. He looks good. He's got good form. I like it.
Oh, what was the song? Madison told me to look out for a song that had a lot of homoerotic energy.
It's this one, yeah.
You think it's this one?
It's definitely this one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's Corbin Blue and Lucas Graybill going back and forth, like saying like I'm better than you, basically. It's definitely this one. And then after the game, they swap outfits.
Oh, it is. You're right. If y'all don't comment on the homoerotic undertones in I Don't Dance, especially when they randomly switch clothes with
Oh, yes! Yes, after the song, they're in each other's clothes. It's very weird.
Yeah, that is. I didn't even notice that, but she's right.
Yeah, he's wearing Lucas Graybill's hat. You like his hats in these movies? He's got a lot of hats.
I didn't like him in the second movie because what I felt like they were doing was
I did in the second one.
First of all, he's supposed to be gay, and they just don't acknowledge it. He's clearly supposed to be gay.
Is he?
Yes.
Because there's a scene where like he's dancing with Gabriella and then Troy shows up and it's like you kind of think like, is this sort? But then that's completely dropped. That's not a thing.
They make it. Whatever. He can't be gay, so they just make him sexless.
Yeah, it's 2007.
Yeah. So in the second movie, he's sort of feuding with Sharpay a little bit because he's like, Sharpay, why are you putting so much of your energy into performing with Troy at the talent show when I thought we were the great duo? Yeah. And he's right, and so I feel like they sort of deflamboyantize him in the second movie, where like he's like very sparkly and done up in the first one, and then the second one he's just always wearing like some fancy pants and a hat.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree with you. He's got like baseball tees and like gym shorts, not gym shorts, but yeah, he's like way like underdressed in this one. Yeah, definitely, and he's just like walking around by himself. Yeah.
Hey, I noticed that the kitchen, they're in the kitchen a lot because they hire them to be the entire kitchen staff.
Yep.
I love every time they walk through the kitchen, Zac Efron has to ad lib, and he's always like, hey, smells really good. Hey, that smells good too. It's really funny. And
Yeah.
but I noticed that the kitchen set is the same set as the basketball court because the floor is the same.
What are you talking about?
I swear to you.
Wait, they built a kitchen set on a basketball court, is what you're saying?
It's not. I don't think the basketball court, the basketball court in High School Musical 2 anyway, the beginning of it, is sort of like a parquet floor, like the Boston Garden.
Do they even play basketball in this second movie?
Well, we get like one scene at the beginning, I think. And then once they get to the kitchen, it's the same parquet floor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you like the song they play, Work It Out, in the kitchen? Because I do not like that song.
How did it go? I mean,
We've got to work it out. Something.
I mean, literally the whole thing is like Sharpay wants to get the other 29 fired. So like she gives them a lot of work to do. And then the song is like, well, we'll just hunker down and do the work.
Yeah, it's really like a sad song.
Such a nothing song.
Yeah. It's pretty dumb.
You know what song was good? Which one has Beg for It or whatever?
Bet on it?
Bet on it. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, the Zephron one when he's
Yeah.
like running around outside. Yeah, that's pretty good. You like that? You like when he looks in the water and sees his reflection?
Yeah, I do.
No. That's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. It looks so stupid. I like it. I like
that.
He gets like a superhero shot though where he jumps into the sand and he like throws the sand off his hands. It's real cool.
Oh yeah, you're right. What
Zac Efron's cool.
I agree, man. Zac Efron is cool.
He really was, especially I was like 9 years old. Zac Efron was cool.
I thought he was lame at this time, but like I go back and watch this, I'm like, yeah, he's cool. He just got dead eyes in photographs.
And then when you grow up and you like see him in other stuff and you're like, oh, this guy's like good at stuff, you like really appreciate even more.
Yeah. You know, when these guys have longevity like Efron has, it tends to be because they're talented. A career doesn't, like, pretty boys like this that like start in a Disney Channel show aren't still around in 2022 just because they like handled their career well. No, it's because they have talent. They're there for a reason.
Yeah, you really should watch The Greatest Showman. His number in that is like he's like at a bar with Hugh Jackman and they're like singing at a bar, like trying to create this business. It's like it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And Zendaya's in it. What are you doing? It's like 3 cool people.
Fuck off.
It's like 3 cool people. And the guy who is in Watchmen, the guy who played Dr. Manhattan, is Zendaya's brother in that movie randomly. Like before he was famous.
Oh wow. What do you mean before he was famous?
Before he was like a thing. This is like before he was in Aquaman as like Black Manta. Or
oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of the Zack Snyder Watchmen. I thought you were talking about Billy Crudup.
Oh, no. The Zaza.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen.
Yahya.
The second? Yeah.
Yeah, it has that guy in it. This is
yeah.
It's a cool movie.
He's good, that guy.
Cool.
I like that dude. Every time I see him pop up in something, I'm like, yes, this guy.
Michelle Williams is in it too. It's good.
Yeah. I'm pumped for that Michael Bay movie, Ambulance.
Oh, yeah? You saw that?
Yeah, he's gonna be in that. I'm pumped for it.
Oh, I'm Joe J. Gyllenhaal. I'm very pumped for that.
Hell yeah. All right. What do you give this second one?
I mean, are we done?
Oh, I mean, what they do the talent show.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's a pretty song every day. I like that song.
It's not as good as the one that they duet to
Breaking Free?
Breaking Free is really good.
Yeah, it's really good. But this movie has some good songs. Every Day is good. Gotta Go My Own Way. Like the breakup song is pretty good in this one.
It's not as good as Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac though.
Whatever.
Fuck you.
I think they get their first kiss at the end of this movie and there's fireworks. Did you like that? You think that was sweet?
The fireworks were bad CGI though.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just do fireworks?
I don't know. They're in the middle of nowhere. They really should have.
It was weird.
Were you happy for Ryan that he won that award, the Star Dazzle Award?
What? Oh,
the end,
yeah, whatever. Fucking fine.
I thought it was funny. Sharpay, she pretends.
Oh, right.
to keep
They're
it.
gonna give it to Sharpay, right? And the resort guy goes, and of course the award must go to our number 1 star. And Sharpay's like, yes, my brother Ryan.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's nice. Yeah, it's a good moment for Sharpay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the last song that they sing in the pool, All for One. It's like about how great the summer was. That's like 10 minutes long. They should have cut
That
that entire song.
sucks. That song fucking sucks. It starts with like 15 minutes left in the movie. I'm like, haven't we wrapped this up? And then
Yeah,
the rest of
it's
the movie
so
is just
long.
them singing that song. It's
And
not a
that's
good
when
song.
Miley shows up. Miley shows up during that song.
Maybe that's why I was already like doing research like on my phone during
Yeah,
that song.
it's
Like the movie
real
was
bad.
over in my brain.
Yeah, and it's like 4 different verses longer than it should be. This one's 2 stars, right?
I agree. Yeah, I think it's weaker than the first one,
Can I
but
tell you something? Everyone loves this movie. Everyone thinks this is the best one.
because it was a bigger hit, that's why. And
Yeah,
it has
and it's like
it has
summer.
better production values.
It's summer.
And everyone
It's flashier.
and everyone's hotter.
Yep, everyone's hotter.
Like, can I just say Ashley Tisdale's fucking hot in this movie?
You think so? Was she
Yeah.
like playing golf and shit?
Yes.
Yeah. And like there's more drama. They break up at one point. People love this movie. But yeah, it's like way too long. The songs are worse. There's more songs that don't need to be in it.
There's not even High School Musical auditions in this fucking movie.
Yeah. You want to hear one of my problems with The Kissing Booth 2? I think my review for that movie was like, the problem with this is like that the title is called The Kissing Booth. So in that movie, they have to go back to a kissing booth for no reason. And that they do this
They
with
did
this
the
movie.
same thing in the third one.
Yeah. But in this movie, it's called High School Musical. But then they just don't even care. Like it could not be the title, and it doesn't even matter. They don't even
Yeah.
They don't even care.
You're right. I really do hope that we see a High School Musical in the third one.
Yeah, we'll see.
It would be wild to get through the whole trilogy without seeing one.
All right, choose the MVP. Lucas Grabeel again.
No, I'm gonna switch it to Tisdale for this one.
No way, you were crazy. The song "Fabulous" that she has is one of the worst performed songs I've ever heard in my life. She
Disagree.
cannot sing. Oh God, come on, Dan.
She's good. Tisdale's good. It's not a matter of the voice. She doesn't have a great voice, but it's what she brings to the performances. She's got an energy and a sass and a comedy about her.
Yeah, definitely, I get it. But when that is part of her job, though, is to sing, and she can't do that.
I don't care. I don't care about voices. All my favorite singers have shitty voices. You know, I'm the guy who I love Bob Dylan voices. I can't listen to covers of Bob Dylan songs. They don't sound right to me.
Listen, I love Tom DeLonge. He doesn't have a good voice.
I never thought I'd die alone. I laughed the loudest to the known.
All right, LVP. I'm going Corbin Blue. He sucked in this movie. He's just like sad, bummed out, trying to act upset. He's bad.
That's very funny to me. Oh yeah, we met the Sharpay's family.
I like the dad. He's like always telling.
I recognize the mom from True Blood, though.
Really?
Yeah, she had a pretty major role in True Blood.
Oh, well, good for her.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I hear you. The dad was a better character, probably. I don't know.
I like he's
LVP.
always telling Ryan to fix his hat. That's pretty funny.
I'm looking at the board. Like, they had that heavyset girl who like was into breakdancing in that first one, and
Yeah.
she had a job at the resort in the second one. Like, why?
Yeah, it's like how everyone's in the family in Fast and the
So
Furious.
crazy. You know, I feel like I love your LVP choices. I'm gonna agree with both of your LVP choices.
Dad and Corbin Blue.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. He sucked. By the way, he had a bunch
Yeah.
of shirts. Can I tell you
Correct.
all the? Did you notice this? All his shirts.
He did have some novelty shirts. What were they?
All right. Well, they all. It's like the mom from Hubie Halloween. How all her shirts had writing on it, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Well, he had that.
Who,
So
could,
here are some.
who could forget the mom from Hubie Halloween?
So these are some of the classic shirts that. By the way, his character's name is Chad. All right. So these are some of the classic Chad shirts. So
And
one,
he is
one
a
says,
fucking Chad.
He says, "I come with my own background music." What do you think about that shirt?
I noticed that one at the time, and I hated it.
Yep. Worship waffles was another one.
So bad. You know what? I had a lot of shirts like this. It was a thing at the time, like funny little sayings on shirts. There used to be a store in the mall called Pacific Sunwear, and they sold all those. I think they later changed their name to Pac Sun.
Yeah, but I know these shirts. Like in middle school was a thing. Like people had shirts that was like, "I will trade my sister for a video game." You know, some stupid little things like
That's
that.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Laughing on the inside was one that he had. I majored in vacation. Classic.
I
Warning:
would
do
wear
not
that.
read this shirt. I guess they caught on that people were reading this shirt, so that was
Terrible.
one classic. Yeah. Viva la basketball. Great one.
You would wear that.
My mom thinks I'm rad.
What? That's horrible. He wore all of these in the second movie?
No, this is all. I think he wore 3 in the first movie and 5 in the second movie.
Yeah, they doubled down in the second one for sure.
Yeah, and then the last one is a picture of a TV, and it says, "I look just like him."
It's not good.
No, they're all very
It's-
stupid, but I guess
I
they were
hate
funny at the
them.
time.
They're. I would wear that one. What was the one I liked? The summer vacation one.
Yeah, I majored in vacation or whatever.
Yeah, I did.
I like warning: do not read this shirt. That's pretty good, because then
No,
by the time they read it, they've
But
already
that
read it.
one. But you've seen the people. You've never seen someone on the street wearing that shirt.
Maybe not in 2007 when he first wore this.
It's a thing. Whatever. What else you got, Logan? Anything?
No, these are fun movies. I can't wait to watch 3. I've seen 3 the least for sure. I definitely know it though. I know like all the songs and stuff, but I've definitely seen it the least, and I don't think I've ever seen the Sharpay movie.
Well, that's exciting. So next week we're talking about High School Musical 3 Senior Year, which came out in theaters, and then Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure, which was a spin-off with a different director. We say goodbye to our old friend Kenny Ortega
really?
next week. Yeah. Hey, the co-star, the male lead of that movie is that fella Austin Butler, who's going to play Elvis in that new Baz Luhrmann thing.